Okay, loves, we are back today, and today I am going to be talking about the signs and the effects of what it feels like to have heavier magic on you, such as death magic or witchcraft. Brujeria. More like the heavier stuff, though, like death magic or Intranquilos. And I've definitely talked about Intranquilos in the past um, on my podcast, which you can always check that out. Um, I also have videos of speaking about it on my YouTube. All of the information is in the description box. But today I am preparing to do a ritual. Unfortunately, I do have a person that I need to cleanse, and this person is very, very sick. Okay, very, very sick, and need a cleanse. Now, normally I always give tutorials and rituals on, you know, how to do certain cleanses, especially like herbs. But there are some baths where you need more than herbs, which is why in certain ATRs or certain practices, some people will use animal sacrifice. Okay. I was a vegan for about, wait, I want to say almost a decade. Um, and I am currently a vegetarian. So when it comes to that kind of stuff, it was not stuff that I wanted to do, but it was stuff that I needed to learn how to do. Even this current ritual right now, I'm using flesh because flesh is something that is needed for this ritual. Um, and it's something you just get used to. It comes with the price you pay to do this kind of stuff. Um, but I'm going to talk about the effects and how you can know the difference of things are just not going your way or you actually having something on you. And the first thing I can say is illness is from what I've noticed in my time. I've always I always recommend, of course, that you see some kind of practitioner, whether that person is a curandero like myself, or whether that person is some kind of tata or baba or yaya or you know somebody who knows what they're doing. I am a curandera, so I do folk medicine. Um, and with that being said, with the folk medicine, I do healing as well. So learning how to remove spirits and remove energies is something that just it came with it. I learned how to do it. They provided me the tools and the resources, and I had a lot of sick people come through. Always having sick people come through, and that's what I am here for: is to teach people, not just teach, but to heal people and cleanse them. So I always recommend with heavier stuff, though, it's good to see somebody because they will be able to determine if it is somebody doing something to you or if it's just health issues or just something going on in life, just in general. Now, from experience, when I say health issues, I'm talking about really serious health issues that just kind of grew, like just came overnight, right? You were fine one moment, next thing you know, you're completely not okay. You're super sick. Some people I've noticed that they may run fevers, they may be sick, can't break the fever, don't know what the illness is, don't know what's going on, stuff like that. For women, we get fibroids, we get cysts, we get infertility issues. But I'm talking about this stuff is overnight. And you have no idea where this stuff came from. Cancers. I've seen that in people um, where I'm talking about this stuff is overnight. They were fine one moment, next thing you know, they were not. I've also seen it where somebody went through a lot of like unfortunate events. They were diagnosed with a mental illness, but they were on med management, they were fine. And all of a sudden they were not. It was like their symptoms exacerbated and they could not function anymore. And it was like the meds wasn't working, therapy wasn't working, nothing was working for this person, it was so odd how this happened. But they had people placing spirits on their head, which is why they were going through the stuff that they were going through. So um, same person also broke broke their leg in three different places from walking their dog. Walked outside, and all of a sudden, their bones were just crack, crack, crack. Don't even know, don't even know. but they were very sick for a while. Um, Also, car accidents. And I'm not talking about just like a little fender bender. Sometimes, if you're getting a bunch of fender benders, if you're seeing a lot of like aggressive road rage and it's coming towards you and this is happening constantly, frequently, this is a sign letting you know, yeah, that's something. You have something you need to see somebody, you need to see that person so they can help you. But I knew somebody who, plenty of people, someone that came to me for a cleanse. They were getting sick randomly. They didn't know how they were getting sick, losing hair, losing teeth, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person on the outside, but started to lose all of their beauty. And then not only just that, they were driving on I-95 and their car flipped. Somebody hit them and ran, and their car flipped over. And, by the grace of God, they came out, they were perfectly fine. Another person I know got totaled at a four-way crossroad, and their spirit that walks with them happens to rule the crossroad and be a spirit of the crossroad. So that spirit was looking out for them, but they totaled their car, and that's how they knew, they had to see somebody, something was off. Um, so it'll be really dramatic events like that. It just seems like, no matter how hard you're fighting, it's like unfortunate event after unfortunate event is just following you. It's like a plague. Um, if you are more spiritually sensitive, you will notice smells. And I'm talking about really rancid, horrific smells. It smells like rotten meat, dead bodies. It smells like death, right? I have a very sensitive nose, and sometimes I can tell when death is on someone, and I can smell it on them. And you can kind of sometimes get a whiff of that, maybe just lingering around you, just that scent lingering around. Um, and I'm talking about, this is heavier stuff, because if people are putting, there's different kinds of Magick somebody can put, but stuff like that, where people are really, they trying to do a number on you, they trying to take you out, okay? If somebody is trying to take you out, you're going to smell the death. You will smell what people are trying to put on you. I'm talking about unfortunate event after unfortunate event, car issues, and I'm talking about issues in your house, your appliances going, light fixtures exploding and blowing, car issues. I'm talking about car issue after car issue after car issue. Um, when I learned how to do this stuff, it took trial and error for me to learn what works, what doesn't work, what am I going to use this for, what I'm not. Um, I had just recently went and got my car fixed and everything like that. And then maybe about 2 months later, I went back in because I needed an oil change, and my car was acting a little weird. And I have a newer car, so I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And the brakes, I was having like the brakes needed to be replaced, and something else needs to be replaced. And I just got this stuff done. So it'll be like really, the really heavy stuff is going to be like unfortunate event after unfortunate event for you, and then it will also be illness. Illness is the number one thing that I've always seen. Illness and loss of beauty, bad health, um, and then people who suffer from mental disorders, your symptoms will exacerbate, and it will be to the point where you can barely even manage to wake up anymore. You just don't feel like yourself. It literally feels, the best way I could describe it, like your body is here and then your head is detached and it is somewhere else. It's not with you anymore. You feel completely disconnected from yourself and from your spirit and from the physical body. That is how you will definitely know. That is like a telltale sign that I tell everyone. Another sign, and it's a saying that I learned, from the South, from the country, is it's called the witch riding your back. And that's when you have that knot or that lump. Oh, and it hurts so bad because it feels like a hang where something is riding you at the time. And that's because you're carrying it on you, you're carrying it on your head. And that's why you feel so disconnected.